So how can you have this holiday season be extra special and joyful? That is what we're talking about today. And I'm going to give you 4 tips that I feel would really contribute to having this holiday season be extra special and joyful. So let's begin. The first thing is that we're all going through very difficult times. It doesn't matter who you are. It is very difficult to go through the holidays without being with the ones we love and sharing the times the way we always do. That is what defines our experience of joy. That is where our fulfillment comes from. That is how we know how to be human and how to share ourselves with each other. So try these tips on and have a shift in this experience of joy and fulfillment this holiday season. So the number 1 tip is let go of all expectations. I love this tip because this is where the mind gets us every single time, is in our expectations. Our expectations make us feel sad, upset, lonely, depressed, anxious when they don't happen. So when we are ongoingly letting go of our expectations, we are removing that trap for us to fall into. And this is what it means to let go of your expectations. There's a picture that our mind has about what we should be doing, what we could be doing, what we need to be doing, what we ought to be doing to be happy during the holidays, to be joyful during the holidays. And then when that picture isn't happening, we feel sad, we feel upset, we feel lonely, we feel depressed, we feel or hopeless, like nothing's really working in our life. Now, let me say something. Those feelings are not going to go away because the mind's going to catch us every time. But when we can let go of all expectations as a practice that we're bringing every day, every week into our life. Oh, I see, I should be going to visit my brother and his wife, but no, I don't get to do that. I get to stay home. When we're doing that, we are removing those expectations that the mind keep putting on top of us. And that if it doesn't happen, it means something about the kind of joy we should have or the kind of fulfillment we should have, or that our life really isn't working. And that's really not true. We only feel that way because the mind puts all these expectations on us. So that's the number 1 tip. Continuously let go of all expectations. Okay? Number 2, plan ahead by looking for where your mind's triggers are going to come up. So you know that we talk a lot about the mind's triggers, right? The mind triggers is when you know situations are going to happen and it's going to make you feel upset, make you feel annoyed, make you feel pissed off. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, all of those. So plan ahead for when those are going to happen. I'll give you a perfect example. You know, my husband Paul, he loves to do all the Christmas stuff, buy the big tree and spend 4 hours putting the lights up and getting the boxes and boxes of decorations and putting them up on the tree. And I get triggered all the time because I feel like he's got all the stuff that gives him joy and none of those things give me joy. So I am already planning ahead for when that happens. And what I am getting to do from myself, right, is to get a bottle of champagne that's chilled, get my best crystal champagne glass, and create a platter of all of the things that I don't normally eat because I shouldn't be eating them, because my mind tells me it's not good for me. And anyway, to make this whole platter for myself and to share it with him and to be with him while he is creating all the stuff that he loves to do, and to play my music and to really enjoy that time together. And that is what it looks like to plan ahead for when your mind's going to get triggered. And you guys, you want to take the time to do this. Your mind's not going to want you to do it, but do it. It's going to bring you so much joy and so much fulfillment and make the holidays so much extra special. But you got to take time to sit down and think through, when is my mind going to get triggered? And do it a few times so you could catch those situations that you're going to get caught off guard with when your mind takes over. Okay? So that's number 2 tip. Now, number 3 is be a part of the solution. So what do I mean by that? So we're all aware that everybody is going through something. Some of us are in, you could say, in a better situation than others. The fact is that we're all in it together. And when you can take on this holiday to be part of the solution, you are going to start thinking outside of this box that the mind holds a holiday inside of, about all the things you got to do, what you got to buy, what you got to cook, what you have to make, all of the things you got to take out and put up, the gifts you have to buy, all of those things you're going to do, right? But this particular tip is going to have you go even beyond that. It's going to have you think about who you are, that you matter in the scope of all of it that's going on for everybody out there in the world. And you don't know what you'll get to do. I'll give you an example. I get to get 4 bags of groceries and take it to the food bank. And I'm going to drive all the way across town. And I feel lighter just knowing that I'm doing that. Like, something about taking that action is making me feel okay with however my holiday goes. It's actually having me feel joyful and fulfilled without the normal stuff that I would normally have to make me feel joyful and fulfilled. It really shifts how you're experiencing yourself during the holidays. So that's a tip that you can take on over the holidays. And the last tip is begin from now to connect on what is there for me to know about having joy this holiday season from myself. Like, what is there for me to know about having joy this holiday season from myself? And here's what that does. What that does is that puts you at the source of having the joy in your life. It takes away that there are things that you need to do in order to have joy, and it starts to put you in that, you know what, I am the source of my joy. And as you connect weekly, things will start to come to you. Simple things maybe, or maybe something would come into your life that is so unexpected that brings you an enormous amount of joy. And here's the thing that's amazing about that, is that the joy that you think it needs to look like from your mind disappears, and a new experience of joy shows up into your life this holiday season. That's unexpected, that comes from places that you could never imagine, and it will lift you up and make you more fulfilled and happy no matter what your circumstances are that you could never have imagined. And so guys, those are my 4 tips for how to have a super special and joyful holiday season. So take it on, step in, and have an amazing, amazing holiday with those tips.